thanks a lot. If you wake up this morning, you don't know if you were gonna make it. Give thanks a lot. Your girl work. Your girl wake up early, guys. Sleep still in my eyes. I did what I gotta do this morning. You know what? Knowledge is power. I gained some knowledge this morning. I can't share it with you guys, but I can say give thanks a lot. Eh, eh. So yes, guys, I woke up this morning. Yes, tomorrow somebody's supposed to come. I went out there and I prayed. I said, God, please, I need that car to go where it needs to go. And I prayed about it, guys, and I was able to get up, get the kids started, and whose song I saw this morning? That's the God is the Greatest Vance Cartel, baby. Big shout out to you, my boss. Call you my boss. Big shout out to you, lyrical contender. So yes, so I made it back. So I'm gonna take my gloves off, and I had take my pants off already. So good morning to all the early risers. My throat is coming along better. Thank you, my neighbor, for that honey yesterday and that tea there, and all the other stuff I was taking as well. Thanks a lot. Oh. So good morning, beautiful people. You know, early rise God is the greatest. What is this under my nose? I'm in. I'm not dialing out yet, people. I'm not dialing out yet, but I'm in, baby. I'm in. I wake up and I'm alive, so I'm in. You know what I mean? When you dial out, you die. I'm in. How is everybody doing this morning? How is everybody? You know. You know what? I bought some medication to take this thing down, and I haven't used it yet. I need to. But I gotta do some more research, even though I spent so much. But I gotta do some research. So how is everybody doing? Your girl gotta get some tea. I don't got no chocolate here. I gotta go find some chocolate for the kids. But we are here. So I hope everybody is doing amazing this morning. And to God be the glory. You know what we always say. Great things he has done. You know, guys, I know, I know that the Lord have a plan for your girl. I don't know what the plan is, but I know he have one in store for me. And it's gonna only be a matter of time before everything comes to full circle. You know what I mean? So I'm here and I'm giving God thanks and praise for life, for health, for strength, for everything. But your girl, I have a headache. This girl got a headache. She got a headache. I have a whole chicken I take out, so I need to get that done as well, yeah. Body's doing good, good, good. You plug the phone in, babe. Yeah. So everybody's doing good. I have a chicken. I took the chicken out already from last night. Your girl is trying to be on time. What I mean on time, instead of me taking out the meat before I cook, your girl is up movement. Bless up. Why go down? God is the greatest. What is on my nose? I'm in. We're not dialing out yet, brother. What is this on my nose? I'm in. I'm telling you, God is the greatest, man. I'm telling you. The boss of God is the greatest, and we all can conclude He's the greatest. We're going happy Friday. What is this on my nose? I'm dialing. Yo, I'm telling you, that song, I see that new music there, boss. I'm telling you, man, up like seven. You know, short, spicy, simple, and quick. You know what I mean? So God is the greatest of all, man. And you wake up, are you still in? You're not dial out yet, you're not buy out yet. That is the greatest. You're still floating. You're on track, baby. You're on track. I just got back home too. You know what I mean? So life depends on how we look at a lot of stuff around us. But when you wake up and you can look at and you can put those hands up in the air I said, thank you, Jesus. He's like, yes. You don't make it yet, people, but you make it to be alive. That's the greatest. You know what I mean? What's wrong with you? What you over here doing? That is the greatest, man. He give us nothing more than we can bear. You know what I mean? So we're going up Movement TV. I see, man, you keeping me updated with the boss, world boss. My goal before he came out, I used to tell everybody that my goal was to go to Jamaica and go see him. I didn't even know when that man come out. I used to tell everybody, I said, listen, the man coming out, and when he come out, I'll be in Jamaica. Man, I didn't even know when that man come out. It's my girlfriend called me and said, hey, my man out. What you gonna do? I'm like, man. Well, God is the greatest, man. Thanks for the support, my friend. I appreciate it. Likewise, my brother, likewise. It's a what is under my nose? Blessing. Yeah, when you wake up and you see blessing, however blessing look like for your people. You know what I mean? It could mean that you wake up and the pain you were feeling last night, you no longer have that. The flu you were having, making you feel like, sound like me at those few days ago and stuff. You wake up and you feel good, man. You're like, what is this? Blessing. You wake up and that hand that was hurting you, now you rise it up and you give God thanks with that same hand. And you say, thank you, Jesus. And you see God, no more pain. You're like, woo. Because you give God thanks, man. You bless it. You know what I mean? You rise up and you elevate that hand and you say, yes. You get up in the morning, you give God your problem and you say, yes, Lord, I thank you, Father, for all these things. Because these are lessons. And then you realize you just start making day go nice. Yes, it's a new thought. No, yeah, man. What is this? I'm blessed, baby. God is the greatest. Ooh, yes. But you know what? When you wake early, you feel that. When you wake up early, you feel like the drive you would have when you wake up early, it's not the same drive you have when you wake late. Because that momentum is so powerful. You wake up and even if you can't shoot everything for the day, well, I mean, rise to the occasion for the whole rest of your day. At some point you're going to sleep. Yeah, man, off. We give God thanks, man. That is a great thing. And I like how you're keeping us up to date, up Movement TV. You know what I mean? And if you don't know what we mean when we say God is the greatest, go check it out. Check it out. What is this? Blessings, baby. So anybody wake up this morning and you had pain somewhere. You had faced with a lot of stuff yesterday. Yesterday's another day. Here the man said, today's a new day. We wake up and we give it thanks or what? Give thanks to life. You gotta give thanks to life, man, every day. Not because of music, but you gotta give thanks. Music is really one of the avenues that are really gonna take us out of a lot of stuff. Music. When it comes on to music, music is something, whether it is gospel, hip hop, reggae, R&B, just the beat of the music, the rhythm, the smoothness, the flow, the jazz, everything that comes with the music is really what really keep a lot of us. Sometimes we're sick and say, you was that one that keep pushing me to post about my thank you a lot. Yeah, man, you have to give that, man. Man. Sometimes we hinder ourselves because we're limiting ourselves. Listen, man, in this world, tell you there is no limit, man. You gotta keep going. If Cartel can come out and start tour after tour, you remember that song? My dream, my dream. Sorry, guys, I'm still under the weather. But you know that song up Movement, my dream, my dream, my dream. Say tour after tour after tour after tour. Hey, Cartel come out and say tour after tour after tour after tour. And Carter said my dream was not to be in jail for 13 more years. And now it's tour after tour after tour. We are gonna give them 13 years with a tour. We not worry we head. When that man come out, he said, my goal is not to be in there for 13 years. My goal is to give you guys 13 more years with a tour. Tour after tour. You know what I mean? So you have to give God thanks and praise. When you wake up, family, and you're alive and that pain, that flu, that sickness, doctor say you ain't gonna live to see many more. You say, yes, Lord. You say, oh, stop posting videos about because of other vloggers, but you tell me don't watch them, do your thing. Thanks for that, man. Bless up movement. We're all about movement, and I like how your name is say up movement. We're all about uplifting each other and any way possible, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's just one word of encouragement. What is under my nose? I'm blessed, you know what I mean? Like Carter said, what is under my nose? And all of we run with it. I'm out, you know what I mean? So it's life, man. Manners, love, and respect. Appreciate. Because many times, and even if you're not a content creator, sorry, even if you're not a content creator, sometimes you're out here in these jobs and everything, and you're going and you're not going. You're going and you're not going. You're there at the job, but you're not literally there. Your present is there, but you are somewhere else. Always have to remember that what you say. Yeah, man. And that's why we have to say, man, nothing wrong with we falling. Is how we fall. Are we willing to fall and stay down there, or are we willing to rise above the occasion? Here's the songwriter say, rise above the occasion just like the sun. Say 5 hours we live in a one room. You know what I mean? Eat out of one plate, did not have no spoon, nothing. You remember that 9-year-old boy become, what's his name, QQ, skip them, skip to Malula. You know what I mean? So sometimes you gotta skip some of the problem away, man. Like you're confident, my friend, man. Brother, I tell you, blessing, man, say, manners, love, and respect. We're gonna keep it jiggy. I'm trying to look at the tea. Oh, I got some ginger tea. You know what I mean? I don't like these ones, but I'm gonna drink it. It's all about love, my brother, and I'm happy you were able to, find that strength. Because, in this world, we're going to see so many similarities and we will also see so many differences. But is what we're going to do with the differences. Is what we do. Is what we're going to do with the differences. It's going to make it, what I mean? It's going to make me stand out there. But this world is full of obstacles. Whether paying bills, whether anything at all, you name it, you have obstacles. You know what I mean? But no one obstacles fit one person. Your obstacle could mean that you're down for now because you're not feeling well. My obstacle could mean that, like how I have kids, I don't have nobody to keep them or that I could trust. You can't trust everything. You know what I mean? But there is so many obstacles, and nobody obstacle ain't gonna look the same. This is the dissolving ginger tea. So I'm gonna go put some I'm gonna put some stuff in there. But I wanna say, man, blessings to everybody. Rise up early morning. I'm thinking to get back into I'm thinking long and hard as well to get back into my profession because they need us. This is the one where they say instant shake, but I don't like no instant shake. But the one the lady gave me yesterday was nice, but I got this. I'm just gonna. This is my honey my neighbor gave me yesterday, so I'm gonna pour some of that out. Silicone, cute little bottle. So, I give thanks to life, family. Don't feel like we can't give thanks to life. Every day we get up and we live to see another day is another day of blessing. Vybz Kartel have this song now, it's in the chart. He said, today is a new day, so what are we stressing for or something? You know what I mean? So we have to just rise up and listen to the good things. Yeah, this is honey. Yeah. My neighbor gave it to me yesterday. And a lot of things are going on right now that it's affecting everybody now, So, at first I know a lot of people probably think that if they had done this, then this is what's gonna happen. But now everybody is feeling the brunch or the brush off. Is like the tidal wave that is not even here yet. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Well, today's a new day. What is this under my nose? It's like, what is this in my coffee cup? Ginger tea. You know what I mean? So it's a new day, brother. It's a new day, sisters and brothers all over the world. Good morning. And if you're in the evening hours, your hours greetings to one and all, man. if you're sick or you just get some tea and go and knock it out. You know what I mean? Go and say, what is this under my nose? You know, something my dear for real, really need to take care of quick, quick, quick and fast. You know what I mean? But that's all right. What is this under my nose? Yes, man. When I was younger, I actually wanted to be. When I was growing up, I actually wanted to be a motivational speaker. Well, it's not too late, but I still gotta do a lot more research because when you drop off the radar for a while in terms of not going the way you normally go at, like in education or what, you have to get back on track and work your way up. Even though motivational speaker, anybody can speak, but I want to. I've always wanted to be a motivational speaker. Yes, if you want me, look at him. What are you doing? Oh, you can't do like that. The doctor says it's not good for your head to turn like that. No, no, no. So even though you're posing, you can't do like that. Okay? Your head not supposed to be down. That's not good. Not good, baby. Yes, family. So we give God thanks and praise. We got thanks and praise. They say God is the greatest, baby. Greatest of all. Yeah, man, we have to do what make us happy on Movement TV. We have to. And sometimes, even though we're the things what that make us happy, everything that gonna make us happy, even when we're doing it, it's not gonna make us happy. No matter what, because there's gonna be challenge, there's gonna be obstacles. But it's how we fight, rise against the obstacles is gonna make it more meaningful. I looked in my fridge yesterday and I forgot to have some breakfast things up in there. Let me see if I have any more. Sometimes you have your fridge and when you have, like you have a bunch of things in there, you realize that you got so many things up in it. And then my little son, I don't know how he fell in love with this kind of snack here. I keep it in the freezer. It's dark chocolate snacks. He fell in love with it. He would have ate all of it. This is the, and it tastes good too, but it's just dark chocolate. They sell it at Sam's Club. But I keep it in the fridge because it's chocolate, so I don't want it melt. What could I do today? I don't know. Oh, I got the chicken out already. I'm just looking if I see any hot dogs. Oh, and I got a whole bag of tomato freeze up in here. And I act like I don't got no tomato. Life is funny. Look, I even got a whole bag of frozen egg. I think I don't have no egg. I got egg. Or just the frozen egg. And I'm telling you. And I got a cheesecake up in here frozen. I got me some strict. Oh my God. And a whole bag of tomato, family. Oh my God. Whole bag of frozen tomato. Oh, I forgot I frozen. So now I gotta take them out and make something with them. I don't know what am I gonna make with them. I'm gonna make me something. Rise up, rise up. Give thanks to Jesus, give thanks to Jesus, give thanks. Rise up, rise. Give Jay. Yeah, man. Yes, Father God, we give God thanks. And we ask a blessing for everybody out there as well that is going through something. Because we all go through something. And that doesn't mean what we're going through is going to be relatable to everything else. But we all do go through something. But giving God thanks and praise is going to make the difference. Giving God thanks and praise is going to make the difference. And the songwriter says, stride, remove the ups and down and let good flow. Stride, remove the ups and down and let good flow. So all we need sometimes is to just remove the obstacles. Some obstacles will linger. It's like bad debt on your credit card linger a little bit, but you keep fighting and you will get them off. You know, sometimes you have to tie your life with like a credit card, a car that you drive every day that you really need to nourish. That's how your life need to be nourished too. So sometimes, even though you will say, "Well, how is this analogy working? How is this making sense?" That's off the grid. But you just tie things into your life that it's a reminder for you. Whatever you can use to remind yourself to say, you know what, it's sometimes it's like a car and it's broken down and you don't have the money to do that major repair. Such is life saving. Sometimes life hit us hard where we don't have money to do what we need to do. But then the minor things now it hit us too, but it won't hit us as hard as the major things. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes you have to tie your life in with your everyday things. You know, the life you live, the cars, when you look at your vehicles and so forth. You know what I mean? You just tie your life into it. Sometimes we worry about everything, but all we need to do is just make it relatable. It's like a teaching. Like a teaching, we have to make the lesson be relatable to everyday life. You got to. Because if it's not relatable, how is the kids going to be able to envision, foresee? How they going to think about stuff? It might not have nothing to really do with what you're talking about sometimes, but from that, you'll be surprised to know how much you can draft up. I was watching the news this morning and a 12-year-old little girl was on there create this air, I think some air filter business thing. When I wake up, I catch half of it. 12-year-old. I know. Here you go, Amir. Now they had to sign everything up for them for it to be in to go back now. They had to sign, yeah, they had to sign everything up now for the law to pass so they could help people with clean air filters. Sorry, family. You know, that's the one thing you get over your flu, but the only thing left lingering is the nerves rocking. You know what that is. But this tastes good with the honey. Not by itself, but with the honey. You know what I mean? So sometimes we have to tie ourselves in with a lot of stuff. It's like our car need nurturing. You know, like my car now, somebody gotta come and look at it on Saturday. So even though I would really want to go here and go there, I can't move too far because I don't want to blow the what they call it, the motor. Was it on the motor? I don't even know, but something on the motor. I want to blow the motor and stuff like that, and then also so make somebody, you know, they say drive it as less as possible until you know can get it checked. So the person that's gonna try to check it out for me, he said if I have to call him on Saturday so he could come and check it out. So hopefully, because Monday kids back to school. So it just goes to show that in your life, look what's around you that you can use to tag yourself into it. That is in your life that can use as a constant reminder. Some things around you can tell you that even with spending, tie yourself into your spending habit. And look at some of the times when we're going at something and we really want what we want, but sometimes we're doing it too much, overboard with things. Sometimes we have to tie it into a spending habit and say, you know what, I think I need to take a break from this. I'm getting worked up too much. I'm getting too anxious. I'm spending too much without. It's like you're spending your spending is much more than what you're taking. You know what you're taking home, and you gotta look into that and say, oh, how do I budget? Even though sometimes we literally start budgeting when time we have the last dime. That's when we literally start budgeting. Not everybody. 'Cause you have some people who are, I call them the savers. They know how to knit and knot to make two ends meet. You know, we all have that knit and knot ability, but sometimes when we start knit and knot, sometimes it's when it's almost late or it's too late, and then you have people who knit and knot and not taking care of their health, not taking care of their body, but they got the word out and they mean with it. You know what I mean? So take care of your health. You know, your health is gonna make whatever you're trying to be hidden for a rainy day or something become wealth. But once you're not wealthy, all that is hidden is gonna become expense. You see what I'm saying? So we have to learn how to tie things into our everyday life to apply so that we don't have to feel so worked up. Because you can. There's solution to everything. Sometimes we find solution at the end, in the middle, at the beginning, the middle, and the end. And that's why life is everything we're doing is always having a beginning, a middle, and an end. You know, sometimes we might not aware of what the middle is or what the ending is because you don't know, but you might know what the beginning is if you start. And if you don't start, you might never know what the beginning gonna look like. It's like you say, I want to go to school. I want to go to school. I want to go get a trade. I want to go get a job. I want to be a mom. I want to be a dad. I want to be this. I want to be that. But if you don't start, none of those things that you want, you will never know how they look like. When you start, then that's when you're going to realize that, you know what? My trials are so much. My tribulation is so much. But my victory in all of this, if I keep pressing on, if I keep pushing, if I keep extending my mind frame, all that I've known, then you will reach over the other side. You know, you're going to reach the other side, which is over B. But you need to know what A look like. If you don't know what A look like, you won't be able to get to B. We have to, and that is to make a start. Sometimes we make a start, and if you're like me that have so many things that you this part of you telling you, oh, I need to do this part telling you, oh, I'm confused over here, this part telling you, hurry, this part telling you, rush, you know, so many things is going on that you look in here, you look in here, you look in you become that cartoon Booba. He don't talk, but he sure do demonstrate. You know what I mean? So we have to tie a lot of stuff into what we're doing. Even sometimes we look around in the house, for example, and maybe the little junk food that we will give the kids to eat until dinner is ready or something. And when you look and see, none of that is in the house, but food is in the house. But what is in the house is not readily available. And we're trying to challenge ourselves to see how well we can survive with what we got. Not to say you can go out there and go get something, but you also within that time frame have to say, you know what, I'm on a budget now. Let's budget myself and see how well or how long I could survive with what I got until I can go get all the things that we are accustomed to. And that is to survive with what you got, because the truth be told, if you look at people even in the who are get incarcerated and stuff like that, they had to survive with what they got until they, especially if they know they're gonna come out and everything, they literally had to adjust their mind frame, their mindset, and tell themselves, you know what, this is ginger tea. Yeah, you want to taste it? You know, they had to literally adjust their mind frame to say, you know what, this is temporary. It's the ones who know that they're in situations that are temporary. They tell themselves, and even if they're not in it temporary, but they know that they didn't do anything or so, they literally had to program their mind. Say, well, I'm gonna be here for a few months, a few weeks, a few days, maybe years, couple years, well, or something, but I'll get through it. And that's what they did, to motivate themselves and to stood their ground. Because I was reading a passage a couple weeks ago, and in that passage, they were saying that even the person on their sick bed, the persons who are in the jail, they came out to become some of the people that God give their gift to. Because while they're away, it's like locked away, sick away, or on their sick bed, or whatever is coming at them, they are now in a place where they're not comfortable. Because sickness don't make you comfortable. Yeah. Sickness don't make you comfortable at all. And anybody sick before know that sickness never make nobody comfortable.
It's cold.
It's good.
No, it's cold.
It's not cold. I just cool it for you to drink it. You like it? It's spicy. You want some more? Yeah. So they literally had to program themselves to say, all right, I'm gonna get out of there. You know, even a woman who goes to have baby and they said, like me, when I went to have this one and they say, at this point now I wanted to do naturally first, and then when I realized I couldn't have him naturally, they said, well, my dear, you're in a life and death situation now. We, because it's a whole 24 hour actually almost past. You're in a life and death situation, we're gonna have to do an emergency C-section. At this point, is either do or die, because there's no other ways. Like sometimes we're trying to save ourselves one way, but then we realize we could lose everything right there and then, just like that. You know, and that's why when I look at people like these that are out there and in terrible situation, especially the ones that know they're only gonna be there for a few months, weeks, and they literally had to mentally program their mind to tell themselves that you get out of it, even if you're in credit card debt. You literally have to program your mind. As long as you're making the payment, you might not making a big chunk of your payment, but you're starting somewhere by doing the minimum. You know what I mean? And even so, you still have to mentally program your mind to say, you know what, when I get a better job or when I can able to afford it better based on what you're doing. So you gotta be practicing something behind to say these things. Then I know and faster, but for now it's gonna hit me a little hard because I'm only paying the minimum. You know what I mean? And then that way you program your mind for now while working towards something else to achieve that goal of paying down your debts. Keep it in the back of your head, because a lot of time we tend to, Caribbean girl Tony, how are you? How are you? Greetings. How are you, darling? How are you? A lot of times we tend to forget about the things that are important, and then we realize that, okay, we put them at the back of our head, it will be better, because then you know the credit card is back there, you know your car note is back there, your rent is back there. I'm good, how are you? I'm feeling much better today and stuff like that, so I'm just here chit chatting a little bit, just come back in off the road and drinking some ginger tea, you know. So you put in everything back there and say, yes, these are there. It's just like your rent, you know what I mean? And we have to program ourselves to these things. You know, I mean, I remember I was listening to an interview that Vibes Cartel did when he came out of jail, and they were asking him, what keep you going? Something like that. I'm going to paraphrase. And they said, what keep you going, or something like that. I said, God, man. I know everybody who looked at him like, because of the songs he sang before and everything. You know, a lot of people. I'm happy to hear you're doing okay. Yes, I'm doing good. How are? Oh, you say you were doing good. Okay, so how is the weather over there? How is the weather where you at? You know. So when you look at these people and they're locked away and they can find God, because most times, sometimes we need reminders. It's like they said, if something don't happen to you in life, you don't know what you could have done. Because sometimes when you're not in the situation, you will say, oh, I would have done this. You don't know. The truth be told, you don't know. We're looking there and we say, oh, we'd have done something better. We probably don't even know what we would have done. You gotta be in that situation to exactly know what you would have done. You don't know. But these people, they program their mind and they say, you know what? It's all good. Just gonna be in here for 2 3 days, so I'm not tripping. Oh, the weather is hot over there. Oh, nice. We have some white outside. We got a lot of white outside. You know what I mean? Hope you and the family is doing good, enjoying the beautiful weather. Our weather soon becomes soon. A few more weeks. And they literally program their mind. Even if you're sick and you're going through something right now. One thing I learned, as because I be sick before. If I tell myself I'm sick, I am sick, I am sick, I'm gonna be sick for real. But this time I get sick and I don't know. Growth is a beautiful thing because your mindset, my mindset then I can speak for myself. My mindset before when I was sick, I just wanna sleep, I get grumpy, get tired, exhausted, drained, and you know. But this time, I kept telling myself, I don't know if it's just because it's just me and my children, and they're getting older too. But I kept telling myself, you know what? I am not going to sleep no matter how much my eyes are telling me to sleep, especially in the day when the kids are running around. I'm gonna fight through this. I'm gonna get something done. I'm gonna shuffle around the house, do something, do this, do that, get his work done, get that done, get this done. And you'll be shocked to know that I taught myself out of I could have been sicker because I know when I got flu, it take longer sometimes, and it's probably because I was looking at it at that. Oh, I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm just dwelling on sickness. Oh, I'm sick. I'm sick. It's like an excuse, and then therefore I'm sick for real. Maybe not the way I anticipated. But I said I'm gonna fight it this time, and I will encourage anybody going through anything. First thing to think of when you hear of sickness, I know some things is easier said than done, but tell yourself you're getting through this. You're getting through this, because sometimes we need to remind ourselves that God is real, and He created us for a reason, and He only wants us to believe in Him. And He said, if we believe in Him, we should not perish, but have everlasting life. He will grant it unto us. But He give us the aim, everything around us, and He wants us to see how we utilize His tools that He gives to us, which is our mind, the ability to think. That's the greatest tool on earth, our mind. You know, me, I go out and I've been listening, and a lot of stuff I've been thinking, maybe not out aloud, but I'm saying, I cannot wait for this moment. I have to do this. I have to do this. I know it's not going to be right at this very moment, but I'm speaking it out there. Even if I don't exactly come out and say exactly what this is, but when that day come, everyone will know. I said, I got to do this. I got to do this. Because looking around me, it's getting greater and greater. It's going to be needed. What I hope to do, it's going to be needed. Well needed. And it's going to be a relief. But in order for me to get to that point where relief can happen, not just for me, but for others, I got to keep going. I keep going. You ain't gonna get there not without obstacles. You ain't gonna get there not without hurdles. You ain't gonna get to your destination not without a fight. Everything you're gonna do in life, you're gonna realize that something is there to hold you back. But what's gonna make the difference is the belief that you have that everything that you see stopped you in your tracks is for a reason. Well, we'll start to say, you know what, things happen for a reason. God knows best. He don't give us nothing that He didn't foresee. He know everything that was gonna happen. He knew when things was gonna stop. He know when things is gonna start. He know when our perspective or our mind frame is gonna be shifted, whether to positive or negative. But He want us to think about these things and see how are we gonna, when these things come to us, how are we going to shift those mind frames? How are we going to shift those perspectives? Are we just going to keep shifting them and looking at, you know what, I'm just going to accept the what if? Are we going to try? Are we just want to accept the what if? All what ifs are not what ifs. We have to let some go, and some we have to say, listen, look, this is that, blah, 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 XYZ, and move on. And understanding who you are in the equation. The equation could be you, your partner, and the family you have in the middle. Equation could also be you, your job, and everybody else in there, the consumers, who you're reaching out to, who you're dealing with, who you're in business with, you know. So we have to look at these things and say, what are these things? Where do I fall in this? How do I get out of this? How do I seek the help I need to get over here to say this is exactly what I want to do? We gotta get up. Like they said, the earlier you wake, Your mind frame is better. You feel more motivated. You feel more encouraged. Yes, in the day you might die down a little bit. You know what I mean? Because it's just like a storm. Category 1, category 2. You go. You know what I mean? We do die down. Same way with a storm. It don't just keep going on one. It just don't keep going on one pace. You take a turn. You shift. Slow down. Even us. Even a sprinter, you see him running and he's sprinting down the track. But there's some point in the race he slowed down. You might not see he slowed down, but you saw somebody else passing because that person pick up speed. That person gained momentum. He's in the hometown, the home stretch, and he saw that, you know what, this person is this close to me. All right, I see he looking like he lagging behind. All right, let me slowly pass him and take the lead. And he don't just slowly pass him and take the lead. He worked for it. He worked hard to get there. And that's why we have to make sure that when we are trying to achieve, we achieve in our lane. And when I mean achieve in our lane, make sure everything you're going to do is not because you want to achieve to hit this person or not this person. You achieve because you want to achieve. Achievement will look different for everyone because it depends on what you're trying to achieve. Sometimes we achieve trying to achieve similar things, and most times it will be different. Some things will have a little, shift in it, but you gotta study your ground. Hey, sweetie, how are you? Greetings, greetings, greetings to everyone. Thank you guys for stopping by. We gotta stood our grounds. And another thing we gotta also learn, know who we are. Who you are, you have mixed emotions. It's like you're going through stress. You're gonna have mixed emotion. Okay, this week you might have this stress, maybe tomorrow you might not have because what you were stressing about get over. But mixed emotion leading up to this because you're wondering, am I gonna get the help I need? Am I gonna do this? Sorry. I am Cream Crackers, been awake since 4:30 in this morning. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Wake up early, early risers. Get the fresh breeze. Peek your head through the window. Open the window. I know it's probably cold where you at. Probably cold. Peek your head through the window. Get some fresh breeze. Open your door a little bit if you can. Get some fresh breeze. Let the breeze knock you. And you say, yes, that's the start of my day. You know. But it just goes to show that there's a lot of things that we have to take into consideration, not just as families, but as an individual. Like I have people around say that, I need to take a break because I need to dive into who I am. I have not yet found myself. And a lot of time we will say, what more do you need? You have this, you got that, but that person said they haven't found themselves. And if we don't let those person go find themselves, oh yeah, begins now you have a roller coaster. And what I mean by roller coaster, things is not gonna be the way it's supposed to be or it ought to be because that person come up, they're honest, they say, what, I haven't found myself. And I need that time to find myself. Yeah, you could have everything in the world, but if you don't find yourself yet, it don't have nothing to do with you over here. You know what I mean? It have something to do with the person. Let's use myself for example, me. If I don't find myself yet, and I realize that I'm growing, you will know what growth look like is when you start become man and woman enough to say, you know what? I respect you. I love you. I care for you and everything. But I haven't found myself yet, and I'm struggling with something interpersonal. You don't have to be outside with anybody. It could be interpersonal from childhood days or anything around, even leading up to this. And it could be overwhelming because you were just rushed into things that you have never really thought about or really get dive deep down, sorry, dive deep down into to really say if this is what really I want. And then you get entangled into a situation, and then now you start to really get time to think. You maybe have a day by yourself, and then you start to take that time to think, and you say, then you realize, you know what, I can't keep leading this person this way. I can't keep trailing this person this way. I can't keep misleading myself in the wrong way when I know that's not what I want. And it could be anything. It could be a job, it could be a family, it could be a friend, or anything. That part of them, they haven't found it. And both of you could be successful. Don't get me wrong. But they're not, because both of you are successful doesn't mean you don't have your own hurdles. We all are individual and we all are unique and different in a lot of ways. And when that person cry out and say, I think I need to find myself, I think we should respect that and respect that boundary. Be supportive and say, you know what, brother and sister, if you need that time, however time you need, I'm right by you. If you need me, I'm just a phone call away, or I'm just a doorstep away. I'm just a plane away. I'm just a car away. I'm a train away. I'm a bus away. However way you commute, or I'm a phone call away. I'm an email away. I'm a WhatsApp away. They have a next one they call text, whatever. If you have the internet, you could use that as well. You know what I mean? So there are so many things now. You have Zoom, you could set up Zoom. You know, if this person really needs you, they can reach out. Well, with Zoom, you'd have to set that up. I said, okay, brother, well, in the next 3 months, I'll check on you and see how things is going. But we have to understand. And that's why when things don't work out, most time I listen to a lot of cry. I told you this, I told you that. I was there. And anybody been in situation, we know exactly what that meant. You hear somebody say, even though sometimes they didn't even say nothing. But when something happened and they realize, ooh, this is more than them, they can't stand it. What they do though, they lash out. I I was with someone once and it was happening to the point where this is my goal. When I'm around someone, I like to know where we're at. You know? And I said to the person, well, if we're in any difficulty because you want to take the role on as paying all the bills, I said, fine, that's nice, that's beautiful. Any woman, you know what I mean? That's beautiful, that's awesome, that's amazing. But you let me know whenever time situation arise and you can step up to be that man that you ought to be or you need to be. Let me know so that way I as a woman can come in and play that part that you couldn't incomplete. Yes, you want to be the man, but you ain't gonna be man all the time because things will happen. You're still a man, but in some essence, like with bills or so, things happen. You could get reduced hours in work or anything. Let your partner know. Don't just sit there stressed out and get mad. You don't know if it, and that's why it's good when you have good people around you and they know how to save. Sorry, they know how to save and everything. Give them money when you have it because people will save. And when rainy day come or any situation come, they say, baby, got you. That's just a stress you take off your head. You got to know the people you're around. Many times it's hard to detect early, but the more you spend with somebody, the more you will know that person will have your back. And it will be a clear indication when things get tough and that person say, okay, I got you, baby. All right, got you, sweetie. I got you, honey. You know what I mean? Okay, don't worry, man. I got this. And they can able to say, and sometimes they will give you a time frame. Well, I will be able to help pay this until maybe 3 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. That's a relief. So now you have the time to get back on track and do what you can do. But when we don't have discussion like these and you're trying to be the man or the woman, sometimes we gotta communication. But you see my hand going back and forth, we gotta communicate. And that's the only way a lot of stuff will work. But don't wait till you get out of hand, then I can't find you. I'm like, where he at? Where did he go? But where did he go? Or everything. No, you left wondering That's not him. And that's like very important to pay attention to the people you're around. Because then you will know when something is wrong. You can't tell everything, but some things are clear indication. You know what I mean? Like withdraw. Let's say they were good at communication and they start withdraw that. They don't answer your phone call no more. Or they start being mean and all these things. That means something is happening because of a way they perceive themselves to be the breadwinner of some of anything, and then when they can become the breadwinner, that can pose a challenge in anything, life on a whole, anything. Mom can become the breadwinner no more for her kids. That can become a whole ball game. A man can become the breadwinner to take care of his or his family anymore. That can become a whole other ball game. But if you have good people around you, good woman, good man, or something, know these people. Sorry, family. Know these people so that when something go down, you don't have to be down there alone. You don't have to be hanging down there alone. You have somebody down there with you. Like they had this song say, "When I fall, you pick me up." Glory, something, hallelujah. I think it's Wayne Marshall. Wayne Marshall? Yeah. I'm playing the song in my head, but it's not coming out the way. So when I fall, you pick me up. Glory be to something. Glory be to whatever. It's a gospel song, and he said, "You're my omnipotent," and he said, "Glory be to." His song is playing out, but it's just not, the words are not coming out the way he was singing it. But I know it's something about glory be to something like it. I say, "Glory be to God once more." So we gotta cut that. Go over the days when everything have to be, I need to do it. Yes, but you make sure while you're the one want to be the breadwinner of the house and everything, which man's supposed to. But there is gonna be a point when you can't be it all the time. You can't give your 100 all the time. There will be point because you can be lose your job, lay off from your job, decrease in your work hours, and a lot of stuff. Plus, when you're working the good money, you'll probably take out a lot more stuff than anticipated, and that can be reduced. Reduce how you bring money home or a lot of stuff. So talk to your partner, because your partner, if they're smart, they will save dimes. They will save the pennies. They will save the coins. And when something happens, they say, "Okay, baby, we can survive for 3 months." And then 3 months will be enough. Excuse me. 3 months will be enough for us to get by. Because a lot of time we're drowning ourselves in stress because we want to. It's not because we want to, but because we want to. So funny. You know what I mean? And then you also gotta have a love to pay your bills too. We gotta learn to have a love to pay our bills, because just think about it. If if you didn't have these things, then you wouldn't have that. If you didn't have, let's say for example, for everybody who use credit card like myself, let's say there is and you drive a car, your car have a major issue, or for example, not a major issue, your insurance coming up and you gotta pay. You might use your credit card to pay your insurance because you don't have no other money right there and then to pay it. Maybe the money you have in hand is just to pay the rent, or to pay the mortgage, or to pay something else. What I mean, it wasn't in that equation because maybe at the time you didn't have a proper plan, so you didn't plan out how everything is gonna go. What's wrong? Who? What did he do? Cough, do like this. He throw something at you. Tell him not to throw nothing at you. Tell him not to throw nothing at you. He calling me from. Hmm? Why would you throw that to him? I just give it to him. You can't give it to him like that. He's not a dog. What's wrong with you? Oh man, I'm telling you, family. But good greetings, family. Good to see you guys this morning and everything. And we're not gonna stay long, but I want to say, man, don't give up off life. Don't give up off nothing. You know, keep riding your waves. You will get by. I was watching the video where the guy was giving his take and about the shark, where the shark when he was out there in Chile, how the shark swallowed him and then spit him back out. He said all he can remember was something was slimy touching on his cheek. Ugh, I can only imagine. But he said there is nothing much because it was only for a quick second. And then I was reading the comment, and someone else was saying that this is like Jonah and the whale, but the only difference with Jonah and the whale, Jonah was in there for 3 days. This man was only in there for 3 seconds. But a lot of things that are happening, it just goes to show how good God is. God is a good God. And the songwriter say, yes, He is. He is a good God. He's a merciful God. He come right when we need Him, not when we want Him. It's like we're having beef with somebody and we say, Lord, take this person. Well, no, He ain't gonna come for them, because that's not a good prayer. That's not a good prayer. But He gonna come definitely when we need Him. I looking at that plane that was in Canada, and that plane was trying to land, and he lost one of his wings, and he caught fire. Then the plane flipped right over. And I'm saying, nobody but Jesus. Everybody. Some people get injured, but nothing life threatening. But I'm saying that's gotta be God. Who could that be? Who really could that be? As the songwriter say, nobody but my Lord, who make the angels singing, and who make the King of Kings. Nobody but my Lord. So nobody but my Lord. We're going through a lot in life, but we gotta remember, nobody but our Lord. Eh? That's miraculous. I don't care how much they're going to investigate and all these things, because they have to do that. They have to do that. Because, safety of anything is important. But God is good. And that's why we always have to be remember that without Him, we are not going to be anything in this world. Without Him. I'm just getting messages now. It's too late. You know what I mean? So without Him, we ain't going to be nothing. But with Him, we will be something. And no matter where you are in life, your journey towards anything, don't give up. Something bother you, buy out. Something's not working for you, buy out. Sometimes you need to take a break, dial out. You know what I mean? Don't let us sit there and just keep stressing ourselves for things that are not worthwhile. But to be honest, sometimes we beat ourselves up and it's not worthwhile in the end. We look like a fool in the end. You know, sometimes I'll be coming online and I just heard a voice say, go online. I listen to my intuition, guys. And if we say go online, I'm like, what am I going in online to talk about? I don't got nothing to talk about. But I remember when I started my YouTube journey, I said I want my mouth to be filled with praise. And filling with praise, that you fill it with words. Listen to the intuition. Sometimes you be see me here, and I'll be thinking, and sometimes I heard literally when the voice will say, okay, it is time to wrap up. I literally hear it. It is time to wrap up. Because now it's like you're going to a partner where you're empty now. All that I needed you to say is you said it, and it's done, and it's over with. I just need you to get that point out and then leave. And that's very important for us to be in tune with our intuition. Our intuition will never lead us astray, family. Sorry. It will never lead us astray. We gotta follow our mind. Our mind is beautiful, but we gotta follow it. Lean, not unto our own understanding, but listen to that spiritual voice that is filling our voice with praise. Sometimes it literally tell you to close out. You know, like you can, me, I like to meditate even while I'm talking, I'm listening, because I want to make sure that whatever I'm going to say is not something that I wouldn't want to hear myself. You know what I mean? So I listen, and I'm going to close this live, and I just want everybody to have a blessed day. You know, the man come out and he said God is the greatest, and I was reading the story about how the man, even in prison, even in on your sick bed, that's when God give a lot of people tasks to do. And I think by now, learning about these things, I see the potential in that, because I encountered a situation already, and my landlord was on his dying bed and he couldn't even come, he couldn't make it. But before he passed, he was able to let the neighbor know, and because him and the neighbor was close enough, and he was able to let that neighbor know, and he was able to get the neighbor to do what, because they would have to be that gonna do what needed to be done. You understand? And it just goes to show that even while you're on your sick bed, he's still giving you a task to do. And if it said the last word, take care of your family, take care of the children, take care of everyone, be nice, be respectful, be loving. He gives people the message. And those are what a lot of people kept dear to their heart. You know what I mean? So I want you guys to remember as we go out now that God is the greatest of all. No matter what we're doing, without him, the challenge of life will be greater. But with him, all things are possible. And until then, I'm going to sip on my ginger in my coffee cup. And I want to say you have a blessed day. Thank you, Caribbean girl Tony, for stopping by. Thank you, Layla's sweetie. I call you sweetie because that was her name. Thank you for stopping by. Out Movement TV. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and everything. And you guys keep spreading the love and your channels. Keep doing what you gotta do. You know what I mean? And don't feel stressed out. Don't feel burnout. Just keep doing what you gotta do. And when you can, you can. When you can't, you can't. Always remember, your health is gonna make whatever you're trying to achieve become wealth. Without your health, there is no wealth. No matter how many money you have, it won't help you. Okay? But you know what will help you? Your health. Alright, until then, have a peaceful mind, have a blessed day. And what is this under my nose? I'm out. Alright.